Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan spoke to journalists on his return flight from Kazakhstan to Turkey on Thursday. President Erdoğan evaluated Turkey's foreign policy engagements and global security challenges.
I emphasize the importance of the need for multilateral dialogue, cooperation, and solidarity against the challenges that threaten our geography. I underlined that we are working to build an international system where the right is strong, not where the strong are right. I drew attention to the headlines about terrorism, Islamophobia and xenophobia, irregular migration, and climate change. I stated that we found it beneficial to increase our cooperation with the members of the SCO in our fight against terrorist organizations such as PKK, PYD, YPG, FETO, and Daesh.
The Turkish president urged Western countries to collectively pressure Israel toward a definitive ceasefire, advocating for peace and stability in the region.
New developments are taking place in the process that started with Israel's attacks on Palestine. Hamas accepted the draft for a ceasefire, with a few requests for changes. At this stage, all Western countries must put pressure on Israel together. As a result of these pressures, I believe that a definitive ceasefire will hopefully be reached.
Regarding tensions between Russia and Ukraine, Erdoğan stressed the detrimental impacts of war and advocated for dialogue and peace-building efforts.
We have been meeting with Putin and Zelensky since the first day of the conflict. This war benefits neither Russia nor Ukraine. The only winners of the war are the merchants of blood and death. I want to believe that tensions will now be reduced and peace can be built. I believe that with the results we will get on this issue, we will hopefully make the Black Sea grain corridor operational again.
President Erdoğan also reiterated Turkey's support for Syria's territorial integrity and political sovereignty.
It is a problem that instability in the region provides space for terrorist organizations, especially PKK, PYD, YPG. It is important to eradicate these terrorist structures in cooperation and without discrimination for the construction of Syria's future. It is important to build Syria's democratic infrastructure, ensure an inclusive and honorable peace, and approach all of these on the basis of Syria's territorial integrity. The winds of peace that will blow in Syria and the climate of peace that will come to life throughout Syria are also necessary for the return of millions of people scattered across various countries to their countries. We have always extended our hand of friendship to our neighbor Syria, and we will continue to do so.
Erdoğan expressed Turkey's commitment to enhancing collaboration within international organizations to combat terrorist organizations.
It is necessary to act with an understanding that serves the security and interests of NATO countries on the global issues we face, especially terrorism. Our country has been fighting terrorism indiscriminately for years. It is regrettable that our allies in this struggle left us alone, contrary to NATO's spirit of unity, and even displayed an attitude that encouraged terrorist organizations. We will continue to share our views on these issues with new Secretary General.
In conclusion, Erdoğan reaffirmed Turkey's stance on a more just world order, emphasizing the potential for positive change through collective action and adherence to shared values.
Our theses, the world is bigger than five, and a more just world is possible that we have been voicing for years, are the concrete solutions we put forward to dispel the negative atmosphere and eliminate the risk of major war. It is still possible to implement them. What we need to do is to revise the global system, ensure that everyone complies with international law without discrimination, eliminate terrorism with a total understanding, and implement a global sharing system based on justice and equity.